People Station 93.7 WBLK. Todd Anderson here with Jasen Oden Jr. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good, man. How you doing?
Man, you got a strong handshake, my brother.
Yeah.
Break my hand.
Some weights, man. That's
You're a
some
big
weights.
dude, man.
Yeah.
No wonder you're going into the NFL, Buffalo's own.
Yes, sir.
It's unbelievable. We got your mom here. Mom, how you doing?
Hi.
We're going to talk to her in a second, but wow, man. You've been playing football since what? Probably Pee Wee football?
I've played since I've been 6.
6 years old.
Yeah. Started at Kidston Panthers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now when you were 6, did you have any clue, idea, like aspirations of thinking you were going to go into the NFL?
Not when I was 6, but when I was like 9 or 10,
Yeah.
that eventually became the dream. You know, when
Yeah.
I was 6, I just was out there playing football, having fun with my cousins.
So now, have you always like excelled when you were playing Pee Wee and younger? Were you the star of the team?
I wouldn't say I was the star of the team I was on, but I was a key piece to every team I've ever been on and played on. You know, it's just, you know, I feel like I got a lot to bring, you know, and even when I was younger, I had a lot to bring to the table. So, you know, I always brought leadership as one of the things, you know, because I wasn't always the fastest, the strongest, or the quickest.
Mm-hmm.
But mentally, I felt like I was stronger than everybody else in my age group. So that helped me become one of the key components to the team.
So how much did parenting and home, how much did that play into, you know, where you've come?
It play in a lot, you know, because it all starts at home. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You see the grind at home. You see what your parents go through to make it possible for you. You know, that eventually carries over to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and growing up seeing my mother go through what she went through and having to work so much, you know, it kind of installed that grind mentality into me. You know what I'm saying? And one day I want, you know what I'm saying, my mom to be able to enjoy life and not have to work. So, you know,
You don't have to worry about that.
yeah.
Longer.
Nah, I won't have to worry about that, man. But that's always on the back of my mind, man. I got a big family and I got a lot of supporters.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I just like to think about it like I got a lot of people depending on me. You know what I'm saying? And that carries me a lot. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of brothers and sisters.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I want to show them the right way. You know what I'm saying? And show them that the streets is not where it's at. You know what I'm saying? You can take my path and do what I do, and you can still become successful. You know what I'm saying?
How many brothers and sisters you got?
I got 5 brothers and sisters altogether on my mom's side, and I got
Okay.
2 little brothers on my dad's side.
Any of them into sports?
I believe all of them eventually will. They are really younger right now.
Mhm.
And my 2 brothers on my mother's side pretty big, so they can't play Little League right now.
Okay.
But I'm more than sure there'll be some defensive tackles or some good offensive linemen. You know, when the time comes, we gonna mold them to be real good.
Okay.
Gonna mold them right.
Now, did you grow up in a household where, you know, the street lights coming on, you got to be in the house?
I always had a curfew. I wouldn't say the street lights, but I had a curfew. You know, I had a curfew all the way up until I was real responsible when I hit high school. I was like a junior. You know, so when I was about a junior in high school, I was kind of, my mom don't like me saying it, but I was kind of like a grown man when I was a junior in high school.
Okay.
You know, I made right decisions. You know, I made sure that, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't running the streets. You know, I really didn't. When I got to probably like the 7th or 8th grade, you know, I started being hard-headed and bad. You know what I'm saying? And I started to really see things clear, especially when I lost my grandma when I was a freshman. You know what I'm saying? Speaking about her, we're going to go to the cemetery today, today, her birthday. So when I lost her when I was a freshman, man, it made me really grow up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because she put me into this football thing, you know. And I remember specifically her asking me to win one of these trophies, and it was like a year or 2 before she passed away. And I went out there and won a trophy for her, you know what I'm saying? It was the MVP,
That's
the best
great.
player on the Wolverines 130s, the Coach Buck Award. So, you know what I'm saying? That was really a privilege to me and really an honor to me. So, you know, that helped me grow up, you know what I'm saying? I started seeing things more clear, and, you know, things around the house had to be done and things like that. And then I had a good role model, my godfather right here, Fred. He was around me all my life and helped me make best decisions of my life, you know, hanging with him and mold me to be a better man.
So what would you tell a young person who is, you know, watching this and aspires to be in the NFL? Because what school did you go to?
I went to Martin Luther King.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to college. I went to Colorado State. I went to
Okay.
Colorado State University. I went to Buffalo East High School.
Okay.
You know, right in the hood, right on Northampton Street.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, if any kid seeing this, listening to this right now, I want them to just understand that it's not about where you come from. You know what I'm saying? Because you can make it out of anywhere as long as you got the right mentality. You know what I'm saying? You got the right people around you. You know what I'm saying? I always had, you know what I'm saying, good people around me. You know what I'm saying? To my mom, down to my father. My father was in my life. You know what I'm saying? So my step pops, you know what I'm saying, my godfather, even my brothers and sisters and all my friends, they knew I was special. They knew I had a rare talent. You know what I'm saying? And they made sure I wasn't, you know what I'm saying, in the streets or, you know, doing things I shouldn't have been doing. You know, I had my mistakes, you know what I'm saying? I messed up here and there. I did certain things I wish I wouldn't have done, but it all helped me grow. You know what I'm saying? It made me into the man I am today. So I would just want them to just know that, you know what I'm saying, it's better ways to get money. You know, if it's a job or if it's going to school or anything like that, you know what I'm saying, in today's society, a degree means a lot. You know what I'm saying? And it don't matter where you get your degree from, as long as you got a piece of paper. I know it's just a piece of paper, but that can carry you a lot. You know what I'm saying? It can carry you into a bright future. You know what I'm saying? And that's another accomplishment that we all been celebrating. You know, I'm gonna try to get my degree in June. You know, in communications.
Okay.
And like, but my heart and my goal always been to start a recreational center for the kids. You know what I'm saying? Have somewhere they can go. You know, even for the athletes. Like I want to have an indoor football facility, indoor basketball. You know, help them excel at their talents, but then again help them in school too. Because I know there's certain kids out there that just lack that. You know what I'm saying? Just lack that. It take them a while to get things, you know what I'm saying? Because coming from where we come from, you know, it's Buffalo, you know, and I understand that it's hard and it's rough because it took me a while to adjust to college life. It took me a while to get things clear and understand things coming from a Buffalo education system, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it took me a while, but, you know, I managed to do it because I knew what the goal was at the end of the road. I knew what I wanted to do, and right now it's just the first step. Like, right now I'm go back to my board and I'm gonna erase everything off and start a whole new goal list. You know what I'm saying? That's how I attack my goals and what I want to do.
So speaking of that, you this is a pretty quick transition. You were signed on Saturday, right? And today is Wednesday, and tomorrow you're leaving.
Yeah, I leave tomorrow. You know, they want to get me in pretty early because when I was back in parabolics, I tore my semitendinosus. So they want to get an MRI on that and make sure everything is clear, everything is cleaned up in there, and make sure everything is tight before we proceed with anything else.
That's your knee. Yeah,
right behind the knee. It's like attached to the back of the knee all the way to the hamstring. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of really severe. So you know, they want to make sure everything is healed and on that. But I kind of knew it was going to be the Falcons. You know, because I talked to Coach Bobby Turner, the running backs coach, before the draft started Saturday morning, and he told me hopefully we'll talk at the end of the night. And I talked to him around, I would say, the 6th round, and he told me it was one more guy left on the board, 1 or 2 more guys left on the board, and it was me. So it was just us 3 on the board, and he was telling me that if those guys got picked up or was on the board, they'll call my name. And it was kind of weird because they called me right before the 7th round, right before they made their pick, and they was telling me like, yeah, the guy receiver was still on the board. They're gonna pick the guy, but they definitely want me to come in. But there's gonna be some stipulations, and the stipulations I gotta pass my MRI first before I do anything and all that or whatever before I sign the actual paperwork or whatever. But they got my contract there for me, and they want me to come in and meet all the coaches or whatever. So I feel like, and then they was telling me they feel like I got a lot that I could bring, you know, because I played DB my first 2 years in college. So you know, I got a lot I could bring on special teams and in the backfield. So we're just gonna see how everything turn out.
Well, that's a sweet hat, man.
I appreciate that.
Another one?
I do, man, but I forgot to bring it, man. I do got another one.
Man, I would love one of those hats. Although I'm a Bengals fan.
All right.
You playing the Bengals this year? Do you know?
No, I haven't yet to look at the schedule, man.
I hope not.
Nah, not yet, man. Not yet, man. Just one step at a time right now, man. Make sure I go and make some statements this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Get my foot really in the door and, you know, get the coaches to know who I am and stuff like that, man.
Yeah, man, it's great. Congratulations once again.
I really appreciate
Jasen Oden Jr., Buffalo's own. Anything else you want to say, man, before you head out into adulthood? Because it's a transition. You're going to leave here, leave the college scene, and just become a man, like, immediately.
I don't really have a lot to say besides, you know, just continue to grind, man. Continue to do what you believe in, and anything's possible. I know people might say that a lot because me being a kid, you know, listening for people and not, you know what I'm saying, not really having like the knowledge to really believe in what people was telling me. You know, people would talk a lot and they'd be like books and stuff like this and this and that and third, but getting older and really coming from the streets and coming from the East Fair projects, it helped me to really understand. So, you know, I started this label called Self-Made Grind. You know, SMG is clothing line. You know what I'm saying? It's like workout material And, you know what I'm saying? And basically what it means is, you know what I'm saying, it's for yourself. You know, if you ever felt like, you know, you had to get it out the mud, or you came from nothing, you came from a rough part of the city or anything like that, and you didn't have no handouts handed to you, you know what I'm saying? You think about it like a self-made grind. You know, I got it on my own. I did everything on my own. You know what I'm saying? I got out there and I fought for everything I ever had. So
where's can you get the clothing online or?
Yeah,
Setting it up
we setting it up online right now. Right
Okay.
now we about to start. We're gonna start off with our Instagram. We're gonna start off real slow, and then we're gonna get it online going or whatever. And because we're getting a lot of interest in it. And but right now it's still on the ground. We about to shoot it up right now.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
So before you go, man, I want you to like switch this microphone around so you can look at that camera.
Yeah.
And I want you to talk to like any young man, even young lady who's aspires to be a professional athlete, because that's what you are right now, man.
Yes,
You're
sir.
a professional athlete.
I just want them to know and understand that it ain't gonna be easy. You know, you're gonna have to fight for everything. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to go with the mindset that every time you step in the building or you're on the field, you're the baddest mother there. You know, you're gonna just have that. You gotta have that mentality, because at the end of the day, it's gonna be people that's fighting for your job. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go compete against a Pro Bowler, you know, and Dante Freeman, but I want his job, so I'm gonna compete and I'm gonna raise my level of expectation, and I'm gonna give everything I got. You know, and just know that knowledge is everything. You know, because I'm not the fastest or the strongest, but I feel like I can outsmart you. You know what I'm saying? I'm outwork you. You gotta have that work mentality, that work ethic. You gotta have that grind. You know, you can't take no days off. You know, even if you resting your body, you gotta be hitting the books, making sure you know where you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to be doing. And with me, it's all about organization. I like to be organized. I like to write stuff down so I can see it, so I can make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to. I'm crossing it off the board and making sure that I'm meeting my level of expectation. And just know that I came from the same situation y'all came from. You know, I know what it's like. I know what it's like to room with your sisters, and you know, I know what that's like. You know what I'm saying? So I want y'all to know that anything's possible, man. And I'm living proof of that. And I come from Buffalo, New York, and I come from the heart of Buffalo, New York, the East Ferry Project, where it's always been hard. So just continue to grind, man. Don't let nobody tell you can't be something. That's it.
Jason, thank you very much, man.
Thank you, man.
It's an honor, man, really.
It's an honor being
And I
here.
look forward to playing with you. I play Madden a lot.
Okay.
I look forward to playing with you.
Okay.
All right?
Yes, sir.
All right, man, thanks.
Thank you.